Hi, I am Amy Buchanan from the blog Atta Girl Says, and I am happy to be doing another live crafty hangout today. I'm going to be showing you some fun garden crafts today using stain. Today's crafty hangout is sponsored by Minwax, which you probably know Minwax for their great stains and finishing products, and I do a lot of furniture restoration and painting and refinishing, and Minwax is one of my go-to products. But you don't have to use stain on big pieces of furniture, and Minwax has some great new products. You know, all stains don't come in a can. They have these great refinishing wipes, which we'll be using those today. They have this spray that is color and poly in one, and I have a little project I'm going to show you that on. And then they have these express color finishes. This one's oak. I actually use this as part of one of today's projects, and the express color comes in all different colors, and then you can also get clear coats, high gloss and low gloss, so use some of that as well. So I'm excited to show you the first project that we're working on today, and it's these little herb boxes, and these are I picked these up at a junk sale, for lack of a better word. A picker was having a yard sale, and so I got these, and I just think they have a lot of character. They were just plain when I got them, and they've been sitting outside, so there's a little bit of damage on the wood, so I sanded them up and just did a base coat. I think on this one right here, I used the oak, or I might have just used the clear, and I just wanted to go with a light color because I was going to be stenciling on top of them this herbs stencil, and so I'll show you how I did that. I have another blank box over here, and so I just cut a stencil with my silhouette machine. You don't have to have a silhouette machine, though. You could actually use some stickers and just do the reverse way that I'm doing it, so mask off. So I have my stencil here, and I am going to apply it to the box, and it's a white stencil, so you may have a little bit of trouble seeing that. So I'm pressing that down. I'm going to peel off the backing paper, the transfer paper, and I'll have a blog post with some photographs that'll show you exactly how to do this technique with stencils. So now the stencil is on there. You can see it better. And the most important thing at this stage is to really make sure that it is stuck on there and that it grabs, because you don't want your stain to peek out or to run off the edges. Now, I am going to be using the dark mahogany wood finishing cloths. They come in these great packages, kind of like baby wipes, and you just pull one out, and they are just saturated with stain. I actually am going to use one that I didn't want to waste one, so I actually saved the one that I used for my prototypes, and we're going to be using that. But first, I am going to put on gloves, plastic gloves, because, you know, it's much better. It's much easier to get the stain off take the gloves off than to try to get it off your hands or your manicure. So I have the wipe, and I am just going to apply it. And I'm just kind of patting it in a circular motion. Normally when you're dealing with stain, you want to go with the grain of the wood. And I guess these boxes, they're kind of made every which way, so I'm just daubing it on since I'm stenciling. Then I'm going to just let that sit for just a moment, and then I'll wipe some off. I'm going to wipe my hands off as well so I don't make a big mess here. I'm going to go back and show you the finished one, though. I did 2 coats on this one. And one thing you want to do when you are using stain is you put it on and then you wipe the stain off. Here is another box that I did. I actually painted this one, and so my stencil this time says blooms, and I'm going to peel it off so you can see. And going to take the gloves off. It's easier to work with the gloves off to peel the stencils off. So, and my stencil removed a little bit of the paint, but I'm going to go back actually over this and distress it anyway. These little sticker parts are a little hard to peel off, and I do recommend when you use this technique that you let the stain dry a little bit, so that when you peel these off you don't leave fingerprints in the surface. So peeling the last of these little stickers off, and that one's kind of tricky. So there you go. And so the stain is great. It just goes to show you can stain on top of paint. You can stain directly on wood and use 2 different colors of stain to get kind of an inlaid wood look, which is really neat. Now I'm going to go back to this box that we were working on, and I'm just going to use a rag and wipe off some of the stain. Then I'm going to put my gloves back on and add a second coat. Ideally, you want to give this about 30 minutes to an hour to dry before removing the stencil, and give ample drying time between coats. I'm going to let this sit again before I wipe off the stain, and I'll probably let this one sit. And now I promised you another fun staining craft. So at the same yard sale, I bought a bunch of a whole bucket of gourds and ornamental squash that had been dried, and I'll be having a tutorial on how to clean those. But I painted, and kind of here's what they look like on the bottom. I actually had an unfinished one, but it rolled off the table, so I'll have some photos of that on my blog. But so here's one that is just painted. Well, I wanted to give it some gloss and just make it not look so flat, and kind of give it some antiquing. So I actually took this It's the Pecan Gloss Poly Shades, and I put a couple of coats on it, and look, just look at how shiny it looks. It just looks great. It just makes it look so much better. And then I did the same with this one, but I didn't paint this scored. So this is just what happens and how it looks when you add the stain, the Poly Shades to it. So I think that looks good. So I'm going to show you these two painted ones side by side and just see how much better the one with the Poly Shades looks. And you can also apply stain directly to your gourds and ornamental dried squashes. And I have started this one. I used the Crimson Poly Shades, and this has one coat. I'm actually going to put my other glove on and just show you how easy that is. I've got my rag that I was using, and I went ahead of time and squirted a little, and squirted a little of the stain, and I'm just rubbing it in, applying it. Gives it a great rich look. So you just keep doing that, and a couple of coats should do it, getting those little nooks and crannies, and then you'll want to wipe off some of that stain, but you can already, I think, see the difference between the first coat and the second coat. And again, I am sorry I don't have an unfinished one to show you. I can't reach it. But I'll have that on my blog, At a Girl Says, that you'll be able to check in next week. And so I'll make sure to post a link to that here in this video as well. But just wanted to get you thinking a little bit outside the can when it comes to using stain. So try out these Minwax cloths, or the Express Finish, or the Spray Poly Shades, and you can do lots of fun projects like these herb and bloom boxes. Again, I am Amy with the blog At a Girl Says, and I really appreciate you joining me here today. Have a great day.